Witches. It's Luna and Pilak. There he is. Hi. See? You can see his eyeballs. And that's about all. I'm so glad you decided to join me for an unboxing. And this deck is one that I premiered in a live stream this past week. And it's such a sweet, sweet deck. So I'm excited to show it to you. It is in a nice solid cardboard box. This deck is by Dan May, and it's called the Gentle Creatures Wisdom Deck. And we just have titles on either side. It's U.S. Games, published 2021. Now I'll try to stop saying, this is an evening shoot. Way different energy than during the day. Okay. Make new friends with popular artist Dan May's Gentle Creatures. In this atmospheric oracle deck, fuzzy giants invite you to share their wilderness adventures as well as their quiet spaces. Deep in the forest, you'll find a glimmer of hope, even in the shadows of solemn moments. Follow your curiosity and connect with these gentle beings through their playful encounters, touching stories, and wise lessons. Set includes 48 cards and a 68-page guidebook by Arwen Lynch-Poe. That name sounds familiar to me. Just plain cardboard on the inside, but a nice sturdy box. And same thing with the bottom. And we have a nice little paperback booklet. And a lovely deck. Now, these have been played with already. Like I said, I did them for live stream last week. But I also put them back in order so I could shoot the unboxing. And then I took them over to my sister-in-law's house and we played a little bit. So they are not in alphabetical order, but let's jump in. Let me see if I want to jump in here. Let's do the introduction. The gentle creatures welcome you to their world. Here in this realm of deep forests and vivid landscapes, you will find a tribe of gigantic bipedal folk who want to walk with you. Commune with each member of this tribe to learn from them, laugh with them, and even rest your head on their soft, furry shoulders. Each one is an individual with a heart, mind, and soul of their own. From gray to black to white to auburn and more, their fur color is an autumnal-hued quilt. Each creature sprouts horns that show a myriad of directions. From the youngest creature to the oldest and wisest, all celebrate their individuality by intentionally using non-specific pronouns. Yay! Rather than a family of he's and she's, they prefer they and their because it reminds them that they are not separate from one another. Hold out your hand. A gentle creature will greet you with love and honesty. Rather than abrupt, definitive statements, they prefer to allow your own instincts to have sway. Each card carries a message for you to absorb, then use it as you see fit. In the world of Dan May's furry folk, humans are welcome as long as they approach with open hearts and minds. Emotion is made atmospheric in Dan May's Gentle Creature series. A quietude fills these spaces, instants that feel like defining interactions for his fuzzy giants. So this goes on about the artist. And wisdom and curiosity are in balance. Facial expressions might be hidden from view, but body language reflects the drama of life, and the artist is sure to include, quote, a glimmer of hope, even in the saddest of moments. Many describe his art as not from a specific time or place. It is surreal in nature and puts forth suggestive themes that can lead the viewer toward a unique story. In turn, each story is outlined by its setting and often grounded in the natural beauty of northern Michigan, where the artist lives and works. It's a beautiful place, for sure. Okay, and then we just go right into the cards. I'm looking at the back here. About the author. Okay, so the artist lives in Michigan, or native of Rochester, New York. He has a BFA. Detail-intensive works have become widely recognized for their dreamlike ability to transcend the natural states of space and time. Lives and works in northern Michigan with his wife, Kendall, and their 3 children. Arwen Lynch-Poe lives in an enchanting New Mexico. She is an author of fiction as well as nonfiction. She's the past president of the American Tarot Association, maybe that's why I know the name, as well as the past owner and editor of the Cartomancer magazine. She's authored numerous decks, including Field Guide to Garden Dragons, don't have that. El Key Oracle, that's where it is. Fairy Tale Lenormand, I have that one too. Secrets of the Mystic Grove, Practical Tarot Wisdom, as well as co-authored Bianco Nero Tarot. She's a professional tarot consultant who's known as the professional joy seeker. She enjoys crocheting, backgammon, and readings. Okay. Now, the backs of the cards after I zoom you in. I have found this a very calming and indeed very gentle deck to work with. So the backs of the cards here look kind of like fur, don't they? Nice brown fuzzy fur. Create. And so this one is interesting being on top because this is not typical of the other creatures, as you will see. This one has a beak. So you can certainly see, pardon me, the setting that they're in. I see flowing water. That talks about the emotion. But then I see fire, that balance of fire and water, passion and feeling that work together. Because passion is passion and emotion. I don't know. I got to think about that. But, you know, fire is passion and just the need to do something. I would say it's not an emotion because it doesn't usually change. We get passionate about certain things. Anyway, I'll be thinking about that one for a while. Here's this great wand, and he's got some horns, and these clouds are interesting. There's like a white cloud, and then there's this dark and a hand. So detailed. Beautiful. Now this is more like the typical creatures. This one is called Meat, and look at this sweet being. I mean, they're like Appa in Neverending Story. Was that? No, Appa is Naruto. What's the one in Neverending Story? You know what I'm talking about. And look at the budgies. So they're having an encounter, you can see, in the forest. And listen. Look at the symmetry here, the reflection in the pond. So you can see this artwork it's soft. It has really soft gradients, no borders, but a nice bold band across the bottom, border on the bottom with the word, so you can see the word very clearly. But look at the art. It just makes me, relax and exhale. Loss. Look at the little moth down here that has died. And you see these like fairies too. There's another one, heal. Reaching out to heal this sweet critter. And then they have random ones here that are widthwise. Interesting. Road trip. Conjurer. This guy came up on the live stream. Get his little staff there. Then we have quit. Yikes. So I like that the words on these are punchy. They're right to the point. It's not something ethereal like transformation, wait, quit, meet, create. And they're in the present tense. They're in the what is that called? What is that called? It's a command. No, some are nouns. So create, meet, listen, and then we have loss. That's a noun. Heal, road trip, conjurer. All right. My Virgo brain has been triggered by something here because I'm getting way too fussy about these. Okay, quit. There's like a little kitty or a doggy there. Key. Owl faces. Drift. The moonlight, and there's a butterfly again. So we see repeating themes, a lot of butterflies, little fairies, clouds, flowing water, effort. Interesting. A little girl down here, and there's this tiny little umbrella way up there. Herd, as in herd. Is that a bird? It looks like, is it a snail? A crab? It looks like a tennis ball. Cosmos. Invitation. That was all the planets down at the bottom there. Check it out. Invitation. Beacon. I'm finding myself a little at odds with the name and the picture on some of these. The effort one, I mean, I guess I can look at that as what's the effort being shown there? An effort to stay dry, an effort to share. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Then we have beacon, and one usually thinks of a beacon as a light, right? A light shining out, that's what beacons are. But instead we have these three standing in a little group with water sloshing around their feet and then something coming in. Interesting. Connections. I can't tell. Oh, it's sitting. I have a glare from the position. I'll just look at it on the screen. Sitting on a mushroom, and there's a butterfly again. Daybreak. Oh, that's beautiful. There's another fairy. Uprooted. That's a good card to have. Harbinger. 7 and 9. And bats. Family. Aww. Curiosity. Somebody was posting on a cat group that I'm on, and of course inevitably somebody else said curiosity killed the cat because it was applicable, and except this cat didn't die. But nobody ever remembers the second part of that saying. It's curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back. So don't shut your curiosity down. Kindred spirits. Oh, is that a cup of tea? Guide. Interesting, the difference between guide and harbinger. Guide is moving away from you, so you're following them. Harbinger was coming towards you, a sign of something to come. Clearing. That one's got a little birdie beaky. All. Friendship. Offer. Past. Okay. Pause. To smell the rose. The posy. Peace. Another butterfly. So, very similar images, but you put the word with it and then draw out from the image. Directions. Stop and ask. Spontaneity. Bombs away. Stories. Sitting in a tent. I've been watching a show called These Woods Are Haunted, and there's a lot of Bigfoot stories, so this didn't strike me as innocent as it perhaps was intended today. Support. Sometimes I think I see a bird's beak here, but there's little horns here. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Teacher. Come on. Come on. Let's get that eyeball in focus here. There. Oh my goodness. That's hard to do. There we are. All right, teacher. Turn back. Secrets. Look at the little glowing butterflies. Guardian. I like the owls. Risk. Going off on a journey with this pack. Groove. That's awesome. Look at the bug dancing. Nurture. I love the light. Harvest. Play. Quest. Wait. wings, wonder, gift. So they are lovely cards, and I have cleansed them. I'm going to light my charcoal. I have cleansed them with sage and with salt water. So I'm just going to make a little offering to them this time. Let me back out. That didn't do anything, did it? There. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is give gratitude to my guides and guardians, allies, and ancestors for being here with me as I test drive. Well, I've test driven it a few times. Let's just have a good reading for the collective here. And I would like to offer fresh water to my army out there, my team that gets me through every single day. All my gratitude. And then we will offer the fire of Azrael to them. And we will offer a bell. I'll give them a sound bath. And one more. That one's a little more clear. All right. So we did not have any suggestions for readings in the book. Let's just shuffle and see what happens. So I am going to shuffle them this way. They shuffle quite easily. Not quite easily. They're a little bit stiff, but I think they'll loosen up. They are so adorable. I mean, they're just so soft, and they have those muted colors. I think this would be a good deck when you're feeling kind of sad. You know, it would be comforting. All right, I think one more and then we will cut shuffle. Oh, that didn't work too well. All right, on to the cut shuffles. So let's ask, as we always do, how do we today, when you're watching this video, what do you need to know in order to, we've got two there, in order to move out of survival mode and into thriving again? How can we bring back our passion? How can we engage with life again? And here comes another one. Okay, we've got three. Let's see where we go. Okay. So we have play in the middle. Of course we do. Pardon me. We have play in the middle, friendship, and drift. All right. So play is obvious. Absolutely obvious in the middle. What do we need to do to re-engage with life? We need to play. We need to find and reclaim the things that we've taken joy in the past, even if it's, you know, a book you've read before that just gives you great joy, but it's going to put you back in a mindset and a time and place where, you know, you were feeling better and feeling more positive and feeling creative. If you recreate some of the things that were around you in a high peak creative time, you can regenerate that mindset. That's magic, right? The art of changing consciousness at will. So you pull in all kinds of whatever you need to make that easy for you to do. Friendship on this side, this absolutely came out on the last live stream too, talking about just reclaiming friendship. And I know that a lot of us have not been, friends have not been talking to each other as much as we used to because we're just dull and we feel like there's nothing new to talk about. So it's time to find a new way to engage, but to rely on friendship as well to help you re-engage. What could we do together? Just start reaching out and calling each other. And then we have drift, and I am going to look all of these up. So let's start with play. Look at these happy young gentle creatures. They're being pulled by an adult. A butterfly keeps landing on their noses. Shrieks of laughter spread joy as they go wheeling into the meadow. Now is not the time for work or hard things. Put down your implements of work. Follow the young ones. Let them lead the way for you. It is in this moment that you need to play. Move your body. Aim your heart for the playground you miss. Reclaiming things that you love to do. Do not allow anyone to tell you that you're being irresponsible when you take a moment to sink yourself into the mindset of a child. Play is as important as work. No dull jacks here, please. Freshen your outlook by jumping in puddles, swinging on tires, or napping under a tree. Maybe you can't get outside. Not to worry. These young ones will remind you that building a blanket fort is ageless. Having marshmallows and graham crackers are as tasty inside as outside. Swing your arms. Do whatever you can to open yourself up to the playful spirit. By doing this, you will find the answers that have been evading you. They are like butterflies landing on your nose, a tickling nudge. You know the questions can be resolved. The knotty problems will unwind. Once you get out of your own way, all things will get better. So let loose and frolic, friend. Okay, the writing is wonderful. It's just as gentle as the artwork is. You know, it's very cohesive between the writing and the artwork here. So the thing that it really focused on here was that young mindset, the mindset of a young person. Remember what it was like to play all day. And they're saying, you know, play is as important as work, but it's more important than work. Play is where learning happens. You know, with kids, rather than teaching them academically, somebody standing in front and talking about things on a board, let kids learn through playing. You know, they're going to learn so much faster and keep it longer. Okay, so here we go, friendship. In troubling times, it's hard to remember that we are not alone. Here, our creature contemplates the moon. They are feeling so lost in thought that they have not heard the soft-booted footsteps of the small person beside them. But once that connection is made, that hand-to-hand contact, our creature is gently pulled back to the here and now. Same kind of message from this one. They are reminded that they have a friend. It is this commitment of companionship that returns them to a more balanced way of thinking. Now they have someone to talk with. It is that gift of quiet listening that we all need. For this card, ask yourself, who do I need to talk to about this? Or what point of view am I missing here? Never fear that you are alone in this world. We all have someone who will always be at our side. Cherish them. Let them know how much they mean to you soon. Okay. And then Drift. And I'm glad this is turning out to be a shorter unboxing because they've been getting rather long lately. All right. Two gentle creatures relax. This is Drift. Two gentle creatures relax as the waves carry them along. They lean against one another, secure in the knowledge that the support they need is there. They've been paddling hard for so long, but they know that rest is as important as the work. So what do we see? Play is as important as work. So is rest. Everything in balance. The red sail is full with a leading wind, so they're confident that they're going somewhere. The butterfly is also drifting along behind them. Sometimes it lands on their face during the hardest times just to remind them that a chance to drift is coming. Of course, they can't always drift, can they? But this is not the moment to worry about that. Indulging in the quiet warmth at their back, each creature ponders the joy of doing nothing at all. They are in the moment, and that is harder than one might think. This card asks you how you are drifting right now. If you are constantly struggling and not making progress, it may be a good time to let the elements take over and do their work, while you simply breathe. Maybe a butterfly on your nose would help you realize when it's okay to just drift along for now. So she likes butterflies on noses, as does the artist. So, okay, here we go. Playtime. As important as work. Friendship. You're not alone in this. Drift. Recognize when it's time to stop working and drift for a while. I like the let the elements take over. So that's what is saying here. Let the breeze carry you. Let the water flow the way it's going and flow with it. So now, in order to go from survival to thriving today, you just need to take some time off. You need to take a break and play, preferably with a friend, and just let life flow along for an hour, 2 hours, a day, a week, whatever you can claim for yourself, whatever you need. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment below. That helps me most of all. And also like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I put up a new video. If you would like to purchase me a deck for the collection, I will do a personal reading for you on the unboxing video. And if you would like to donate to support the channel, there are several links below that you can do that through. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope the reading was helpful to you. I will see you on the next unboxing or the next live stream. Till then, this is Luna. Blessed be.